Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you, Ma'am Donna, for the discussion on the introduction of cooperatives. And now we will elaborate more on the discussion of cooperatives by citing the characteristics and the concepts, the general concepts of cooperatives. So I know most of our participants love coffee, right? Because it completes our day. Oftentimes, we look for coffee, and now I'll be using coffee, the word coffee, as my guide in discussing the concepts and characteristics of cooperatives. So the first C is your capitalization. O stands for operation. The first F stands for function. The second one stands for fairness. The first E stands for enterprise, and the second E stands for environment. Okay, so let's start with your capitalization. We always know that cooperative starts with our own money. So we contribute our capital shares. And of course, we accept also donations from outside. It may be in form of grants, livelihood assistance, or financial assistance. And by that, if you already have your money or the fund for your cooperative, you will now own the cooperative. So that is your ownership already. Next is operation. We have your management, your leadership, your services, and your policies. We know that the policies are made by our board of directors and is implemented by our management. Usually, the management is headed by the general manager and together with its staff. The next one is function. We know that cooperatives are people, community, and service-oriented. And if you are a member of a cooperative, you have to know also the vision, mission, goals, and objectives of your cooperative. This also includes your values, because your values will actually lead you to the achievement of your vision, mission, goals, and objectives. And the second one is your fairness. The second F is for fairness. So cooperative is very fair in terms of membership and decisions. We know that cooperatives, in joining cooperatives, it has to be voluntary. And the decisions made in the organizations are also fair because the General Assembly will join your officers or the board of directors in deciding on the issues and concerns of the organization. And the first E is enterprise. So when we say enterprise, it means business. So we have your products, we have your investments, and this is the best part in cooperatives because at the end of the year, you'll be having your dividends. So dividends come from the patronage fund and interest on capital shares. And then the last E is for your environment. Environment speaks for your social obligation and your linkages with other organizations. And when we say environment, this is your social responsibility. This is, you will help the community where you belong. You will help the community where you operate. To summarize our discussions on the general concepts and characteristics of cooperatives, I will leave you the saying that co-op is like coffee. It's more than just a drink. It's a way to get people together and be more productive. So the feeling while drinking a coffee, like you are awakened, you are energized, that is the feeling of becoming a member of a cooperative. So if you understood the general concepts and characteristics of a cooperative, now that is also like coffee. So once again, C stands for capitalization, O for operation, F for function, F for fairness, E for enterprise, and another E for environment. See you next week for our quiz, and I hope you will get a hold of our materials today. Once again, this is your lecturer, Orlando Pacquiao, the Cooperative Officer of La Trinidad, Benguet.